Om. Namaste. Welcome to this practice about connection. Good connections establish positive relationships, which in turn give meaning and joy to living. Yoga provides a methodology to deepen the connection between body, mind, and spirit so that we may create positive relationships within us and with others. Muladhara chakra resides at the base of the spine and represents our strongest connection to embodied life. Mula Bandha is a tool that will strengthen your connection to the source of creation and to the earth element. It creates an energetic seal that locks prana into the body, preventing it from leaking out at the base of the spine. Mula Bandha is said to move prana into the central channel called sushumna nadi, which is the subtle equivalent of the spine. And I need to go on to that. So let's take a moment to just center, invoke the spirit of connection to our source, to the earth, and to this embodied soul that we inhabit. So just breathe comfortably, sitting up straight, tall, the shoulders back, the head high. And take complete breaths in and complete breaths out. Complete breaths in, lifting up through the crown of the head. And complete breaths out, starting to contract in the abdomen and press the sitting bones deep into the earth, making that connection with roots, with strength and stability. Continue to make that connection of trust to the earth and to the strength of that relationship. So, we'll start practicing Mula Bandha on our back. So please lay down on your spine. Lift up the knees. Let the belly soften on the inhalation so your lungs can fill from the bottom all the way up to the top. And as you exhale, begin to contract some in the belly, and finally with the pelvic floor muscles lifting in and up. Then relax these muscles on the inhale, soften the pelvic floor, relax the belly, let your lungs fill at their own pace until there's no more space for more inhalation. And then begin the exhalation as gently as possible. Start to empty the lungs, squeeze the navel to the spine. Engage the pelvic floor, and finish that exhalation until you've squeezed out every ounce of air. And then you can start to relax and welcome the next breath in. And just wait until one breath is complete before starting the next. Fine-tuning your awareness of those muscles in the lower abdomen and the pelvic floor. A famous yoga teacher once said, we can't control all the events in the world around us, but we can control our anus, and we can contract it for Mula Bandha. All right, so we've done practice Mula Bandha, and ask you to sit up and come all the way to standing. And we can practice Mula Bandha standing, we can practice it sitting, but it gets more complicated. All right, so first let's just stand and balance and feel the connection to the earth through our hips and legs and feet, engaging the muscles in the legs to hug inward towards the bones, and to lift up those bones into the hip sockets so the core and the lower abdomen is the focal point for this muscular energy. Okay. All right. Let's take some arm movements, lifting up on the inhale and staying rooted down through the legs. Exhale, arms floating down. And just match your breath. The movement and the breath synchronize. Great. Take one more full breath in. And rest. Arms down. And now circle the head. Move the nose in a circle like you're following the minute hand of a clock, around and down. Inhaling up to 12 o'clock. Exhaling down to 6 o'clock. And after a few turns, reverse the circles. Maintaining that awareness of connection down through the legs and feet. Then rest hands to the shoulders and circle the elbows and shoulders. Taking complete breaths for each revolution. Good. Now bring hands to the hips and start to circle the hips. That's good. Perfect. And reverse the circles. Good. Now shift the weight into the left leg, balance, and lift the right heel. Start to circle that knee and ankle, and try and balance lifting the right foot up and circle the toes. And opposite direction. Yeah, good. Good balance. And switch feet. Balance on the right leg. Circle the left knee, ankle, or lifting the foot, circle the toes. And reverse the circles. Good. Very good. And rest feet down. Fold forward, bend the knees, and slide on down to the shins. Walk the knees, hold the ankles wherever you're comfortable. Stretching one leg at a time, and then straightening both legs. Grounding down through the feet and hands. connecting the breath with the pose. To straighten the legs as you exhale. And feel more sensitivity on the inhale. Good. Widen the feet, turn the toes out, squat down with the hips. And then test your balance here, lifting the hands. Very nice. Good job. Excellent. All right. Lift the hips, bring the hands to the knees. Now the feet are parallel. The hands giving your backs some support. So we can breathe complete breaths. Tightening pelvic floor on the exhale. Apply Mula Bandha. And then relax and breathe in. Soften the belly. And retighten pelvic floor, lower belly as you exhale. Feel the strength of your legs, keeping you supported, grounded, steady. Connected to that earth element as you tighten the pelvic floor, engage Mula Bandha, make that connection to embodied existence. Now stand up, lift the arms, take a full stretch in star pose, widen the fingers, open the chest. Good. And release. Rest there. I'm going to come briefly down again to the mat, into prone position for crocodile pose, Makarasana. You're laying face down, the forearms in front of the chest, crossing the forearms to stack on top of one another. And then letting the forehead rest on the back of the wrists. Pressing the elbows down and pulling them back so the shoulder blades stay on the back. Now, the legs are wide, the toes turn out. Now, with the inhalation, just relax the back, the hips, the buttocks, and on the exhalation, engage the buttocks, and anal sphincter muscle. Relax the muscles on the inhale. This is horse mudra, Ashwini mudra. Okay, and after our horse mudra, bring hands alongside the chest. Inhale, curl head and shoulders up to cobra pose. Pulling the shoulders down, pointing the toes back, lengthen the tailbone, lift and pull the chest forward. Wonderful, good. All right. And begin rocking the hips, twisting from side to side. And you can go all the way to where you can tap one foot behind. And we're still drawing the shoulder blades down the back. All right. Then come up to kneeling and ease the hips back into the heels, lower the forehead down, Balasana, child's pose. Tucking in to the core. Thinking the sound lam as you exhale. The root chakra, bija, mantra, or seed syllable is lam. All right. Lift the hips up from child's pose and tuck the chin, bring the crown of the head, elbows down, and massage the crown of the head, rabbit pose. So you can use palms on the mat, forearms on the mat, or some people lift the arms and hold yoga mudra behind the back. That depends if your neck is strong enough to do that, okay? And your shoulders are flexible enough to do that. Lift the head up slowly and sit to the heels. Virasana. And just take a moment to reorient, being upright. Reconnect to the earth through the pelvic floor, through the muscular energy of the legs, even the tops of the toenails pressing down into the mat, making deeper connection. Lift up the chest, tilt the head back, and start to walk the hands behind. And then begin to lift the hips up. Okay. And rest, buttocks back to the heels, chin to the chest. And hands forward. We'll practice downward dog. Curl the toes under, lift up the knees, and begin to lengthen the arms, send the hips back. Stretch the spine. And you can make those fine-tuning adjustments as you inhale and sense where you need to be. And then exhale, a little deeper stretch, pressing the heels down. That's good. And walk the feet forward to the hands and roll the back up. Inhale, arms overhead, and lengthen the legs down, creating that connection to the earth, the strength through your core. And rest the arms. And we'll do a little vinyasa, fearless heart, namaskar. So, inhale, sweep up, look up, arch back. And then exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, and step the right foot back, and lower the right knee down. When you're grounded through your legs, sweep the arms up, and take a complete breath. And then release, hands down, step the left foot back to downward dog. Great, good. Now inhale to high plank. And exhale, lower the knees, the hips, the chest, rolling forward through cobra. Point the toes and come back to cobra. Twisting if you wish. And lower the chest down. Inhale, push up to table pose. Curl the toes under, press back to downward dog. Take 3 complete breaths, adjusting on the inhale and lengthening and strengthening on the exhale. Look up, step the right foot forward, and then lower the left knee down. Press down through the legs, root down to rise up, and lift the arms. And then take a complete breath. And exhale, hands down. Now step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhaling, hands to knees. Exhale and fold over straight legs. Inhale, rise, lift the arms. And then exhale, relax. The arms down to your side. Rest for a breath. And then start again. Inhale, sweep up, arch back. And exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, step left foot back, then lower the left knee down. Wait until your feet are under you for support, grounding down. Inhale, lift the arms up, and enjoy full breath. And exhale, lower the hands, step the right foot back to downward dog. Great, good job. Inhale, high plank. Take a breath. And exhale down through cobra. Come back into cobra. Move it around. And lower the chest. Finish the exhale. Push up to table pose as you inhale and curl the toes under. With your exhale, send the hips back to downward dog. Enjoy complete breaths. Inhale, look up, step the left foot forward, and lower the right knee down. Grounding down through the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Breathe, connect. And exhale, hands down. Step the right foot forward as you inhale. Lift hands to knees. Then exhale and fold head to toes. Inhale, lift up, arms overhead. Touch the palms. Then exhale, rest the arms. Collect yourself. Make connection to source. Down through the core, into the legs, feet, even the toes connecting to the ground, the earth. If you do a lot of gardening, you know this connection. All right. We have, I think, the goddess. Let's do a warrior to start. Right foot back with that warrior stance. Bend the left knee and turn the right hip facing forward. So this right inner thigh spirals back and down into the right heel. From that grounding in the back heel, reach up through the thumbs so you can lengthen the lower back. Good. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, connect to the earth. Inhale, expansiveness, and exhale. Use your core, apply Mula Bandha. All these ways of making connection through the breath, through muscular energy in the core. All right, lower the arms and begin to fold forward, sliding the hands down the front leg to pyramid pose. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lengthen the neck. And on the exhale, tighten the tummy. Engage the muscles in the legs. Inhale, sense where you need to readjust. And exhale, strengthen and lengthen the legs. And now bend the left knee so it's above the left ankle. Step the right foot back and balance on the ball of the right foot. Coming to a high lunge and revolved side angle. So the right hand will give you balance on the mat. Open the left arm and twist to the side. Yes, good. So the palms facing away, the armpit draws back, the shoulder blade integrates and connects to the back of the rib cage. And you're balancing. Nice work, good. And rest, left hand down, and step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhaling, hands to knees, and exhaling, folding head to toes, Uttanasana. Now bend the knees, step the left foot back for warrior one. And ground through that back heel. Lift the back up, come up in stages until you're ready to lift the arms and stay grounded through the legs. Good. You can use Mula Bandha as a way of deepening that connection on every exhale. Nice work, good. All right. And rest the arms down to the front leg and begin to fold over the right hip in little stages, backing off on the inhale, making sure everything's comfy, and going deeper on the exhale if your body's ready to. Try to straighten that front knee. Use strong legs to support, stabilize, and deeply root your feet into the earth. Now bend the right knee, slide the left foot back so you're on the ball of that left foot. Use your left hand for balance. It could be on the fingertips or on a block. We open the right arm, twist to the side. Parvrita Parshvakonasana. It's just revolved side angle. Trying to stack the shoulders by bringing that right shoulder back. Okay. Then release, lower the hands, step the left foot forward, inhaling to a flat back. Then exhaling, folding deep over the hips, Uttanasana. Inhaling, standing up, Tadasana. Lengthen the legs to stretch the spine, and then rest the arms. Okay, perfect. We did some warriors. Now let's do chair pose where our feet are close together, bending the knees, squat down with the hips. You're lowering your center of gravity. That's going to help with balance. And your connection to the earth element is going to be vital here. So be balanced on the feet, hug the legs to the midline, and then sweep the arms up alongside the ears. You can broaden the shoulders, make goalposts, wherever you're comfortable, so that you can really focus on that grounding, rooting down through the core, down through the legs, feet into the mat, making a deep impression. Wonderful. Inhale, stand up straight, and take a rest. All right, let's go to one-legged chair. That's going to be interesting. Balance on that left leg, bend the knee, and then cross the right ankle over the left knee. And you may have to hold it there, or draw it in and up. Bend the left knee more, makes a better shelf, and lower the hips deeper. Eyes focused on a spot in front of you. And when you're ready to rest, step both feet down, lift both arms up, and lengthen the legs, spine, arms, even fingers, and then rest the arms. All right, let's start bending the right knee now. Make a shelf there for your left ankle, and cross the left ankle over the right knee. You can keep holding it. Bend, lower the hips more, and then try and hold hands in prayer. When you're finished, press both feet down, lift both arms up, stretch to the sky, connect to the earth, and rest the arms. Now, widen the feet and fold forward, moving gradually, keeping the shoulders back, pressing the feet and hands down, fine-tuning on the inhale, and strengthening, lengthening the arms and legs on the exhale. Inhale, lifting it all the way up to standing. Open the right toes to the end of the mat. Warrior two. Bend the right knee. And keep that left hip back, left shoulder back, and balancing the shoulders directly above the hips. Engage through the pelvic floor, the inner thighs. Strengthen your connection to the earth, and that will allow you to go deeper. Perfect. Yes, keeping that back leg, the left leg straight. Engaging the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha as you exhale. Protect and strengthen. Perfect, good. Straighten the right knee for triangle pose. Lift the left arm and look up. Inhale, the left shoulder rolls back. And exhale, the right hip tucks under with more strength in the legs. Perfect. Yeah. Open the chest wide. Draw the shoulder blades together. So your body's in one plane, like it was being pressed between two panes of glass. Now bend the right knee. You can make a shelf there for your right elbow and angle the left arm over the ear, extended side angle. Yes, good. Now we're transitioning to half moon pose. So bring the left hand holding on to the left hip. Tap the back foot forward, balance on the right leg, and use the right hand on the floor for additional balance until you can lift that back leg straight. And then open the left arm. And if you don't need the right hand on the floor for balance, lift it up and reach it forward. And step back to warrior two and pivot. Turn the feet for the second side. Now bending the left knee. You can look at the feet, get them aligned, open the arms, open the chest. Yeah. And you have the general form of the pose. You can make a deeper connection to it, integrating the breath, adding Mula Bandha with the exhale. Perfect. Nice, strong warriors. Okay, straighten the left knee, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Lift up the right arm, look up, open the chest. On the exhale, let the left hand slide down. Being mindful that your body's being pressed between two panes of glass. We don't want to fracture one of those panes. So we gotta keep engaging the buttocks here, the left buttocks tucking under, the right foot pressing down. Yes, perfect. Bend the left knee, Parshvakonasana, elbow to the knee, the right arm angled over the ear. Lots of muscular energy through the inner thighs, adding Mula Bandha with the exhale. Now, to test our balance a little more, bring right hand to the right hip, tap the back foot in, and balance in half moon pose, having the left hand on the floor initially. Lift the right leg. Find your balance, then open the right arm. Connect to gravity, and then try to lift the left hand. All right, go back to warrior two. Yeah, and resting, arms down. All right, we did nice balance. Let's come down to kneel. Start with camel pose. High kneeling position, and the hands supporting here on the back of the buttocks. And draw the shoulder blades in. Press the tops of the feet down. Squeeze the buttocks and look up. Good. And lift up to a straight back, chin level, and turn to the left, look down to the left heel, try and hold that heel, or just keep the hand on the left thigh, and reach up with the right arm. Now push the hips forward, roll the right shoulder back. And release, bring the right arm down. Lift the left arm up and turn to the right side. Look to hold the right heel or keep the right hand on the back of the thigh And start to look up. Roll the left shoulder back. And then release. Lower the hands down. And back to table pose. And for a counter stretch, lift up through the navel, engage the pelvic floor, use Mula Bandha to round the back into cat pose. Now please step right foot forward. Bring it to the right hand edge of the mat so the right arm fits inside the knee. Try and move the left knee back. Inhale, lengthen the arms, straighten the spine, and on the exhale, engage in the pelvic floor, bend the elbows, feel the stretch in the hips. Relax, straighten the arms on the inhale, and re-bend the elbows as you exhale. Over a series of breaths, some yogis bring their elbows down, some bring the back knee up. So you can experiment, different arm positions, just so you're feeling a good stretch in the hips. And lower the knees back to table pose. And step the left foot forward. Bring it wide to that left edge of the mat. Move the right knee back. Inhale, lengthen the arms, straighten the spine. And exhale, engage through the abdomen, the pelvic floor, stretching by bending the elbows. Backing off on the inhale, exploring deeper on the exhale. And yes, some yogis go down to the elbows. Some pick up the back knee. I haven't tried this, but sometimes I bind the left arm under, the right arm behind the back. As long as you're getting a stretch in the hips, that's all that matters. Okay? Step it back to table pose. And we can just have a little seat here for our pranayama. Okay, sit in a comfortable position, ankles crossed perhaps, where you're drawing the lower back in, lifting the crown of the head up, and letting the shoulders roll back and down onto the back. All right, so you're in a Sukhasana, good easy seated pose. We'll try Viloma Pranayama. And that involves a 3-part inhalation with small pauses between each part of that inhale. So sitting up straight, begin by exhaling all the air out of the lungs. Then take a small inhalation, pause, inhale more, pause. Inhale all the way to your capacity, pause, and then exhale, emptying all the air out. Each time you pause, I want you to pulse Mula Bandha, okay? So start, exhale all the air, inhale some, pause with Mula Bandha, inhale more, pause with Mula Bandha. Inhale to your capacity, pause with Mula Bandha, And then exhale, relax Mula Bandha, breathe out all the air, finish the exhalation, and repeat that cycle. Do one more cycle of breath. And then open the legs to lift up the knees. Wait a minute, I got ahead of myself. Go back to Sukhasana. We're going to do a twist. So let's do Ardha Matsyendrasana twist by bringing the right heel underneath. Bring it back to the left hip and hug the left knee into the chest, or some yogis cross the foot over to the outside of the knee. And then wrap around the knee with your elbow or cross the elbow to the side, wherever you can keep your shoulders down and your balance even. And begin to twist from the core, the navel, turning. So each part of the spine begins to corkscrew, and it's not just in the neck. All right, and then turn back to the front and switch the legs. Lift the right knee up. Hook, draw the left heel back, under and back. Then sit up to the right knee, either in front of the shin or to the outside. Wrap the left elbow in front of the right knee. Knock over the water. And twist from the navel center around, turning from the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, and finally in the head and eyes. Good. Relax to the center. And take the, let's do Janu Shirshasana. So bring that left leg straight, the right knee bent to the side. Hug the legs towards one another. So you're building muscular energy through the core of the pelvis. It helps you sit up taller, draw the lower back in. If you still have trouble falling backwards, that's when you can use a little prop to lift up and tilt the sacrum forward more. All right. And we're going to start to fold over this left leg, gradually, methodically, connecting breath with movement. So you can back off on the inhalation, sense where you're most aligned and comfortable, and then flow deeper on the exhalation. So your hands may be holding the calf or the ankle. Some will hold the foot. So you've had a nice stretch in the lower back. Now back off, lift up halfway. You may have to bring your hands back to the knee region. Make the shoulders relaxed, back of the neck long. And here, folding just halfway, begin to engage Mula Bandha at the pelvic floor. And then the navel, Uddiyana Bandha, the navel lock, pulling the abdomen in and up, and then tucking the chin slightly so there's a throat lock as well. So soften these locks as you inhale, let the spine lengthen, and then engage all three locks as you exhale, starting at the pelvic floor, and then the abdomen, and then the throat. This is called Mula Bandha, when all 3 locks are applied. Now rest, come up to restore, and switch legs. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. Move the sitting bones back, wide apart. Then hug the legs to the midline. Activate the muscles. So even the shin muscles strong, the foot is flexed, right? The sole of the foot sort of facing straight ahead. And then begin to fold Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. Inhale, lengthen, sense and adjust. And on the exhale, melt forward, tightening the muscles you're stretching in the legs. So very strong, active legs. Very calm, imperturbable mind. So you can keep that steadiness, connection to source. Now, lift up halfway, move the hands back up towards the knee, roll the shoulders back, and then begin to use those internal muscles in the pelvic floor to support Mula Bandha on the exhalation. Relax on the inhalation, re-lengthen, readjust, tighten the pelvic floor on the exhalation. And then you add a second lock, Uddiyana Bandha. As you've tightened the pelvic floor, you're also then starting to tighten the navel center, drawing it in and up. Flies up under the rib cage and then relaxes on the inhalation. When you're comfortable with 2 locks, then you add the third in the throat, drawing the sides of the neck back, contracting the glottis, and then relaxing all 3 locks on the inhale. Reapplying them on the exhale, creating Maha, the great lock, Mula Bandha. Our strongest connection to embodied existence through this earth element and the mantra Lam. Repeating Lam mentally with the exhale. Okay, now relax, lift up and release. Extend the legs. We'll do a finishing series on the back, starting with the knees to the chest, Apanasana. The arms wrapped around the shins, loosening the arms on the inhale, and engaging Mula Bandha and squeezing the knees tight on the exhale. Now, relax the left leg flat on the mat, the right foot resting on the floor. Press the right foot down, swing the hips to the right, and cross the right knee over to the left side where your left hand can support it. And open the right arm the opposite direction, palm face up, so you can lengthen through the whole back and spine, hips and legs on the inhale, and gently twist on the exhale. And rest flat on the back to switch sides. The right leg flat on the mat, the hips back to the center. Press the left foot down, swing the hips to the left, and roll across the left knee over to the right hand. Open the left arm the opposite way, and lengthen with the inhale from the fingertips on the left hand to the toe tips on the right foot. Gently twist on the exhale while engaging Mula Bandha. Lam is the bija, seed mantra with that earth element in the Muladhara chakra. All right, rest onto your flat back. Lift up both knees, hips to the center, and lift up the buttocks so the hands can slide underneath, and sit down on the back of the hands. And then you'll lift the legs casually up to the sky. Just feeling the inversion of the legs. Sensing how you connect to the earth element when your feet are off the ground. All right. If it's irresistible for you to lift the hips into plow or shoulder stand, you can do those also. Sense how you're connecting to the earth in these inverted postures. And then relax down and rest fully flat on the mat in Shavasana. So I'm going to turn the lights down. You can adjust yourselves with more blankets, sweaters, eye pillows. And good. Good. You're getting comfortable, stretching out, taking up all the space you could possibly want, need. Become relaxed, still. And just becoming comfortable on the floor. Sensing all the parts of your body that are making contact with the earth. The floor is holding your arms and shoulders, so you don't have to hold them now. Trust the floor to support you, and just let go of any residual effort in the arms or shoulders, trustfully surrendering into the floor. And you feel how the floor is supporting your back, your hips. You don't have to hold them now. Just allow the floor to support you. Now you sense how the floor is supporting your legs. Backs of the buttocks, and the backs of the thighs, the calves, the heels. You don't have to hold your legs now because the floor will hold them for you. And as you relax more into the floor's comfortable support, your body just melts into the mat, dissolving any final tension. You might choose to mentally repeat these positive affirmations about being grounded, connected. I am safe. I am safe. I am secure. I am secure. I am grounded. I am grounded. I am centered. I am centered. I am rooted. I am rooted. I am confident in all that I do. Sahana vavatu, sahano bhunaktu, sahaviryam karvavahe, tejasvina naditamastu, ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lord, may we be protected together. May we be nourished together. May we give strength to one another, and may our study be filled with light. May there be no jealousy among us, only peace, peace, peace. Now start to deepen your breath. And begin to move and stretch in your body, awaken the muscles. Reconnect to this time and place in the room around you, starting to roll to your side. And whenever you're ready, rising again to a comfortable pose. Looks like a good Shavasana. All right. So thank you for your presence. Thank you for your peace. Namaste.